Okay, this is Studio Bug, and I have something of a quite serious matter to discuss. Do you like this hat? Or this one better?
I got catfish on the cooker, coffee on the fire, kicking back on this afternoon on a Sunday in July. Life couldn't be much better if I wrote it down myself, 'cause I ain't got no worries left. Just looking for the good times and leave the world behind. I don't need no dollar, just give me my lucky dime.
So, thank you for joining in. I see my face is a little washed out. I thought I had that under control, but I don't know. Anyway, we're going to talk about a couple of serious things this time. Like for instance, this microphone's being not plugged up, it's just for looks. But anyway, just thought I'd... Okay, anyway, this is a recording studio. It was called Backwoods Recording Studio, and you have to come up with a name. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, in this episode, strategy. And if you're wanting to record, or if you're wanting to have people come to your place and record, because it's so much easier now, man. When I first started recording, it was very, very expensive to get into recording. In fact, I started off playing with it was a cassette. In fact, I'll try to show it to you. It was let me go over here. Okay, that's it. It was a cassette 8-track. I still have it. It's a 2.0. No, that's not it. Here it is. It was a 238 Tascam 8-track, but the format was a cassette, high definition kind of cassette, but it was a cassette. And if you remember, if you're as old as I am, cassettes were the cat's meow there for a long time. So my whole format of this studio at one time was 8-track cassette. It still put out good music if you have the right outboard processors and a good way to master what you put out. And I put out with a DA30, which is a DAT machine. Man, that was the best thing in its time. And I don't even think you can buy DAT machines now. I don't even think they even have those. And I know I got stuck with thousands of cassettes, so I know that it's not a good. I've got a whole cassette duplicating room, and so I used to do that a lot. But anyway, you have to come up with a strategy of what it is that you want to do, and you also have to come up with, for instance, it's a business, and you have to treat it like a business, even though it's fun. I know it's fun, but it's work. And you have to come up with a service that no one else offers, or you're as good as them or better. And why do they want to come to you? Okay. One thing I can tell you, if you try to do everything like I did, and I was pretty successful at it. I had a duplication, recording. We had you came out and did a demo. Most little small family recording studios or demos places anyway. That's just so that you come in, you pay $25 an hour, you walk out with a couple of songs on a CD or on now MP3 on your disk drive or whatever. But anyway, the best thing to do is to come up and have a studio that is it does one thing. What do you specialize in? Why would they come to you? So you have to figure out what your is it niche is? Yeah, that. But anyway, another thing that you have to do is you have to decide what type of material you're going to allow in your studio. Now, you have to come up with guidelines, because you would not believe what the trash and everything else people will bring into your studio. Here's my thought. When they call me on the phone, the first thing that we get clear is, okay, I'm excited about you. I'm interested in you. However, I do have guidelines at my studio. This is a Christian-run studio, but a lot of people don't understand that, and they don't understand what the guidelines are. So it's very simple to say, you can record here as long as your finished product, you could sit down with your grandmother and children and my children and listen to it. If you cannot do that, you cannot record it here. And they seem to understand that. Oh, well, I had some, they'll put an F-bomb in there in a heartbeat. They'll talk about popping caps and cops and this kind of stuff. No, sir, not here. So you've got to come up with and that's not political. That's morality. That's being moral. That is being what your ideals are. Okay? And so if you drop that and lower your ideals, your morality, you are not contributing to the betterment of society. And that's just the way I feel. That's not a political view. That's honesty. They're two different things. I have ideals. There are certain things I will not do. And there are certain things that you will not get me to do. And you should be the same way. Okay, I did not mean to get that serious about all this stuff, but you do have to make these decisions, and they are going to affect the amount of people that's going to come inside your door, because you're going to lose some folks over that. Because in the particular area where I am, rap. There's a lot of rap. Rap's okay. But you can't pop the F-bomb. You can't talk about women. You can't pop caps, and you can't do these things. You can do that somewhere else, but you can't do it here. And so that will probably lose you. But look here, it also gains you. It also gains you a lot of stuff. People say, well, you know what, that guy, he's all right. I'm honest. I'm going to give you the best recording that I can. And I remember telling on the bottom of my sheets that I gave them, I said, you will never not get on the radio because of the quality of the recording that comes out of the studio. Okay, think about that. Now, you may not be very good, or your talent may not be, but the quality is not going to stop you from getting on the radio, but your talent might, but it ain't going to be mine. Okay. That's what I see. I'm up to 7 minutes now, so I'm going to be gone. So if you got any questions or comments, if you don't like this segment, I'm sorry, but that's not political. That's just my moral views. You can make comments at the bottom. You can that bell is if you push that bell, that means that every time I come up with a recording, it will tell you somewhere, and you will be able to get my newest recording. So please hit subscribe and hit like, okay? And it'll be lighter next time. It'll be lighter next time, and we'll have a lot more fun. But if you don't subscribe, I'm coming to your house, and I mean it, because you know why? Look at this. Because I'm Studio Bug. Wait. I'm Studio Bug, and I'm coming to your house at a place near me. Right there.
I got catfish on the cooker, coffee on the fire, kicking back on this afternoon on a Sunday in July. Life couldn't be much better if I wrote it down myself, 'cause I ain't got no worries left. Just looking for the good times and leave the world behind. I don't need no dollar, just give me my lucky dime.